Hey guys, welcome to Outdoor Photo. Thank you very much for joining us today. In studio, I've got Stephen here. Stephen, thank you very much for joining us this morning. I'm very excited about the stuff that you have brought in. I love goodies and gadgets and
Me
stuff.
too.
But this stuff is incredible. Let's just start off with the basics.
Yes.
Let's get into this. How do you pronounce that name?
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So that's a contentious issue of note, let me tell you. So obviously here in South Africa, we know it as Zune. I think we all pronounce it as Zune. But again, there is the real way. It's Chinese and I'm not really good at it. So I think it's like Zune or Jiun or something like that.
That sounds
Zune.
very similar to Zune. Right, guys. So we've got Zune here in this. But the products that you brought in, I'm very excited. Obviously, they're very popular in terms of their gimbals, their weebles and the cranes, and even all the smaller versions for mobile phones and devices.
100%.
But let's start off with what they're doing now, because they've kind of branched out and they're doing lighting equipment at the moment. What did you bring for us today?
Awesome. So yeah, I'm really excited for the brand because obviously, like you said, I've been using Zune for so long now and the gimbals and absolutely love them. And I love the ergonomics and just what thought they put into when they're creating products. So moving into the lighting, I was quite excited to hear from the first time that, wow, lighting, it's a different channel altogether. Are they going to do it well? Because again, you have to be honest. I mean, when someone's so good at doing something like gimbals and to go into lighting, that's critical for obviously photo, film, and our industry. So yeah, they contacted me, had a look, and asked me if I wanted to test out some of these lights. And I was I love gadgets. I am a gadget freak. So, and obviously anything to enhance my photography and videography, because I'm a content creator across both. And so they said, cool, we're sending you these new lighting system and obviously a gimbal. And I was like so excited. They didn't even tell me what it was. They just said, when it arrives, you'll see.
Surprise.
Yeah.
Surprise.
Well done, exactly that. So yeah, they sent me a couple of lights actually, but the two main ones that obviously we pulled out for this because they're just so versatile, so powerful. I mean, the smaller one is the X100.
Tiny.
Yeah, that's small.
I think that's the biggest thing is when you see it, you're like, yeah, okay, but I need light.
100%, absolutely. And you look at it, it's compact, but so powerful. So yeah, they sent me the lights and these two by far blew me away. There's obviously the other lighting is really, really great, but the Molus X100, phenomenal light. It's obviously 100 watt. And then the G200. Oh my word. Molus G200 is all that. But yeah, those are the two lighting systems that I brought here today to have a look at. And absolutely, those are my two favorites.
Vicky, can we have a look at them? Get them in your hands.
Yes, let's do it. Okay, let's pull out this beautiful one here. And that's the X100, Molus X100.
Okay, so this is the X100.
Yes.
So like a compact case. Obviously, one of the big things here, and this is insane. That is a 100 watt light. It's dimmable. And you've got your color corrections, so you can do your Kelvin balance on the light.
100%.
Battery operated. How long do these guys last?
30 minutes at full power. So, I mean, really, if you're wanting to really push the power out, you're not going to need really
Okay, but full power, we've got one of these guys downstairs set up to show people, because full power on this is ridiculous. It's a lot of light. It
100%.
really is a lot of light.
100%.
So even at 30 minutes, I mean, if you tone it down, it's obviously going to last a lot longer.
Absolutely, absolutely. And obviously what's nice, I see you touching the power cables, it's got obviously the battery operated for versatility, and it lasts, like I said, 30 minutes. But then you can also plug in your constant power into it. It's a nice long cables, which I really appreciate because sometimes the brands do give you these small little... Yeah,
you have to I can plug it in, but it has to be right against the wall.
100%. So they really thought about this, and what I intend to do, and what we obviously have, is I'm just going to show you this.
Okay.
I tend to obviously put the battery pack on, and I put my constant power in if need be. What happens if load shedding hits? It automatically transfers across onto the power. So which is really, really nice. And yeah, I mean, look at the size of this. This is my hand here.
That's insane. And all of that light's going to come off of this little doohickey. It's just completely overexposed a shot.
Can we go for it?
I'm scared. Right, we're at 0%. So let's do it in that direction. That's at 50. And there we've got 100%. And I just completely blew out this shot. So let's just get that toned down. And it's obviously color correction you can also rotate. It's got a little fan in the back, but it's super, super quiet.
100%. And you'll see it only clicks in when you're really pushing out max power. But what I love about this and what Zune took to the next level is you want versatility and you want it to be as quick as possible when you're doing things. So what's nice is you'll see it goes up per percentage. But if you just touch on the top here and you click it in, it goes to 0%, 50%, 100%.
Wow.
So it's quite quick.
That is quick.
And then the same thing happens obviously with your Kelvin temperatures when you want to go from 2700.
Bigger steps.
Yeah. All the way to 65.
I'm just trying to demonstrate this against the wall here. That is brilliant.
That's absolutely phenomenal. It's a game changer with lighting.
Things like this, like the switches and the integration of it, it's all user friendly. It's practical.
100%.
You don't need a degree just to operate something. Like with a lot of the products coming out on the market, I mean, if I just look at that extreme ISO Atom, there are so many buttons on that thing. We get people coming in here, they look at it, they're like, I'm not going on a course just to do that. Let me just switch this off because this is super bright.
No pilot's license needed, eh?
Yeah, it's practical and it works. It's small, it's compact,
100%.
it's easy to take out. Now the mounts, you've got some of the attachments that you can fix onto this, or are we going to go across to the big?
Now let's quickly show you this because those mounts are obviously set specifically for this. Okay. Just with regards to the mounting plates, you got your mount over here, your threads over there.
Okay, yeah.
Thread. And then obviously when you want to, you get, depending on how you buy the product, it comes either like this, and you'll see in the box it's got a little shield, it's a little reflector. But then if you buy the Pro box, you get your Bowens adapter.
That's perfect. So you can fit it that onto. It's got the mini Bowens.
Yes.
And then it goes across to the major not the major Bowens, but the Bowens mount that's standard in the industry.
100%.
So it's super quick and easy. You can fix it onto all your already existing light modifiers.
Absolutely. And you'll see here, some of you use umbrellas or whatever, you've got your little pod there. And obviously it just slides into that.
Onto your light stand.
So we've got that. And then the other little thing that's really great. Whoops, bumping.
That's fine.
So the other thing that we've got here is a little diffuser as well, softbox. And let me tell you, I tried when you first did it, I tried to pull it open like that. You don't do that. You just literally open it up and then you just push it, or you just use your hand. There it is.
That's brilliant.
Which I absolutely love. And that literally just fits on straight without having the Bowens adapter. Okay, so now the trick is to get it at the right place.
And that's it.
And the diffused light is beautiful. I mean, if you turn it on again, you'll see that the diffusion is really, really great. And again, so portable. So I'm traveling overseas now, and I've got 2 of these in my bag.
I don't know if you guys can see if this helps in the illustrations, but that is super soft and easy. I'm just looking at the screen behind you. Feels like we should put music in here. No, this is fantastic. I love gadgets, but I love it being practical. It's got to be useful. It's got to be quick and easy to use.
Love it. Agreed.
As soon as you start complicating things, then people aren't interested.
100%. And then what I love about the size, you can see it's handheld, and obviously I put my monopod in here, then my assistant can be mobile. So when we're doing some action shots or moving shots, this just runs with you. So
super easy.
Love, love, love. So this is the Molus X100 from Zune. It is phenomenal. This is in my bag. It doesn't go out anywhere. I never leave this at home. So I've got 2 of these actually sitting in my bag at all times.
Awesome.
So that's that one, yes.
That's a cute baby brother.
Yeah, really cute.
It's cute. Yeah. But cute in a good way.
Yeah. It's not.
Let's get across to the big guy.
Now here it comes.
Because this is new. This is nice soft shell case.
Yeah.
So it's sturdy, it's protected, and it's comfortable. It's easy to carry around.
100%.
A lot of the products come with like dodgy packaging.
For sure. Zune's really put in a lot of effort into their packaging, and they look and feel, I mean, it's worth it.
So I'm just going to turn it slightly this way so that you guys can see there. It's a lacquer case. It's got some molding on the inside. You've got your reflector in there. And obviously we've got the light and the power supply unit. Run us through the power. How do you set this up? How do you run it?
Great. So perfect. So this comes with only constant power. Let's get into the actual light because that is really good for me.
That's where
beautiful.
the magic is.
100%. Let's do this.
Right. Velcro never stops being an incredible thing.
100%. Let's get that.
I'm just going to take this packaging off of the box, off of the table.
Cool.
That over there. I'm going to put this down here. Let's just be honest. It doesn't help I power this on because it's a lot of light. You won't see it.
Yeah, no. You can't believe the power. Actually, until you've actually seen it, you won't believe it. And we can say it's a lot of power and it's a lot of light, and we go through the specs. But when you actually see what this does, your life's changed, and you won't go anywhere without this. So this is standard, like for in studio. But what I love about it is I take it everywhere as well. I mean, look at the size of this. And so now it's a 200 watt light. Okay, nice and compact. You can see with regards to the fusing, with regards to the heat
and the fans and
everything looks really, really great. I'm one of those guys that don't take the stickers off.
We've got them in the shop as well. Lappies, ek praat van jou. Check his stickers are still on his screen. He's been here for like 9 years.
Same with me. Keep it looking like new and it will last forever. Anyway, so with regards to that, you'll see the size of the thing. If you take, feel it. It's just really robust. It's rugged, but it's also beautifully designed.
It makes sense in terms of taking the power unit and putting that separately. So you've got that on the stand running whilst you've got this higher up with the light modifier, or if somebody else is managing this. It's light, it's easy, but it's sturdy. It feels like a premium 100%. Product.
Absolutely. And again, so this is it's a 200 watt light, but it's actually not.
Yeah.
So this is where I can see you start smiling.
I heard about that. Let's talk about why didn't they bring out a 300?
Well, actually, that's the thing. This is actually a 300 watt light, but the owner likes to have hidden features and stuff that really pushes it. So that's apparently what I've been told is this is actually a 300 watt light. It's 320 watts that it kicks out.
It's got a boost function.
100%.
Okay, so you've got a 200 watt light. Everything works. Fan is pretty silent.
It's super silent.
You're doing video recording.
Can't believe it.
From what I understand, that is one of you've got the option there.
Yes.
You hit boost and it goes to
320 watt. Bam, like that.
That's a lot of light.
It is a phenomenal amount of light. It just changes the game with regards to, and again, size, portability. When you're on set and you're having to set up lighting, you need the space. And sometimes, obviously, with certain scenes, you kind of want to get a little bit extra light in somewhere. And this is so portable. Look at that.
One of the things I just want to touch on with that 300 watt boost thing. Obviously, I've had this conversation with other brands, and people say, "Oh, there's no negative. There's nothing. It's just better performance." But why didn't you just start off at at that boost function? Why doesn't it just start there if there's no negative? What happens when you hit boost? You've got 320 watts of light, but there's got to be something.
Yeah, there must be give and take.
There must be give and take.
100%.
And from what I understand, it's the fan. So obviously that kicks into high gear and you end up with some noise levels.
100%. So again, with regards to it, it's beautiful. You can push it up at 200 watts. It's handling beautifully. The light is quiet. Everything's great. The heat disbursement is really, really good. You push it into 300 watt. Now you're obviously pushing this light to its max capability. So it starts off really quiet, and then you'll see this fan starts kicking in and it starts cooling, so you do get a little bit more wind noise with regards to that. But it is obviously, you just adjust your sound levels with regards to things, and you just take note of it, and it does get warm, really warm.
Well, if I have to be honest, if you take something like this into account, if you're working out on a set or whatever, and you've got 200 watts, you're doing your audio clips, whatever, if you need more light, you've got it available.
100%.
But you'll obviously, there's a give and take.
Fair.
So you're giving light, you're taking audio. And a lot of the times on sets, people don't even use the audio on set, doing your B-roll shots, doing whatever. 100%. So, it's there. The versatility of it is there.
Absolutely.
I think it's incredible.
It's so insignificant that it is there, but it's so insignificant that you don't even have to do a buzz track with it, because it's there, but it's not there. It's kind of thing. But that is where the trade-off, and it does start getting really warm. That's for sure. But it's not anything to be concerned of or anything like that. But again, 320 20 watt light.
This is insane. So this comes with a cooling unit as well.
Okay.
There we go.
So
Gong has been sound.
The dong. What is the dong? Oh, yeah. Okay, okay, cool. I love it. All right. So obviously, here's your power supply that goes into the light. So you've got your light, and then you've got your power supply. You'll see that it's a new little feature that they've got there. Really connects up well. You don't have to worry about disconnecting or anything. I would have loved it if they could do it here, but it's a standard kettle cable kind of plug-in.
Which is also a good thing.
Yeah, 100%.
Because cables go missing. Similar to my audio cables in this studio. But I digress.
I love it. But that's what's so nice. The amount of times I've been overseas that I've by accident left my international cable and I just go into any...
Kettle calls are everywhere.
100%. So I do love that it's like that. Then obviously this goes into the power supply. What's nice is if you've got a lighting... someone that's controlling your lighting, they can stand away from the actual light and control the lighting from a distance, which is quite nice. You'll see the knobs on it over here. You've got your dimmer, you've got your CCT. It's got live mode, it's got music mode as well, where it actually listens to the sound and it gives off the light according to...
That is so cool.
So it's some fun gimmick stuff with regards to that. The same sort of thing. What's nice is it steps up by 20% volumes instead of like the X100, which was 50%. So it went 0, 50% to 100. This is going up in 20% increments. Put it there.
This feels like old school Atari vibes with the buttons and the controller.
I'm telling you, and that's why I think also with regards to the owner of the company and when they designed it, the boost, because you have to push the two buttons together simultaneously to be able to activate it. So it's like that secret move, the killer move.
Finish him.
Exactly.
There we go.
That. So yeah, and then you've obviously got this little rubber strap to be able to hang it off your lighting stand.
Yeah, that's handy.
Yeah, so it's really, really good. Again, portable. I mean, if you put these two together, I don't always carry it with the box. I normally carry this separately and go.
Yeah, because you can stick all of this into a fairly sized backpack.
100%. And you've got 300 watt lights and 100 watt lights. I mean, I normally run with this and I've got my 200 watt lights and then you've got your 3 lighting setup.
And I mean, on that thing, you can fix on an umbrella onto that. So you've got a translucent umbrella. So if you really, really want to go super compact, it's all here.
And let me tell you, power.
This is phenomenal.
Absolutely insane. So Zion did a great job. Really, really great job. And I'm excited because they've got a whole lot more coming apparently in the lighting side of things that is going to blow our minds. So this is their step in. So I can't wait to see what the next steps are when they start running.
That is awesome. That's brilliant.
Cool.
Right.
I see that smile.
Please show me the cool stuff.
Cool. Let's get into it.
Right. So Zune, we all know them for their gimbals. The Weeble was a phenomenal step for them. The Weeble 2 and the Weeble Ace. And then we've got this.
Got so much going on here.
We've got a lot going on here. Sorry, guys. So with this packaging, again, if we can just lift it up, everything's neatly put away. You've got this divider, and that goes into your pockets with everything else. And I'll get to this. This is the cool part. That's not the coolest part. Where's the other coolest part? There's the coolest part. That is probably one of the most functional things I have ever seen. There are 2 features on this gimbal that I want to touch on.
Cool.
I'm getting overexcited here. Please go ahead.
Okay, so the crane fall. When I received this and I opened it up, you know when you hear angels sing, I heard that. It was similar to the G200 as well, obviously, but this, when you just look at it from look point of view, it is absolutely phenomenal. And then again, ergonomics is the big thing. Those of you that are out there, you know that when you're holding any kind of gimbal, you need it to be comfortable. You need it to be, obviously, the workflow with regards to where your hands are, where your thumbs are, how you control the various different settings is critical.
I mean, I've worked with gimbals that if you just try and hold it properly, then you're touching buttons or joysticks, and all of a sudden you're looking up over. It doesn't work.
100%. So again, those of you that are out there, that you'll see the ergonomics with regards to the build on it's really great. We've got some of the accessories, so we'll jump into that. Obviously, your normal stand that you have there. So I mean,
let's get some of this stuff out of here.
Okay, yeah.
What else do you need? I'm going to take that one out. We need that one. That one is very cool.
Let's take this out. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, we can dump the
Okay,
rest.
let's get this out of the way here for you guys. Backing myself into a little corner here.
I love it. Okay, so comes obviously with this little stand here. It comes with its own stand, but then you've got this typical, I mean, obviously with regards to low camera angles, whatever you need, but here's your stand.
Like a spare grip.
100%. Great, but then they took the next step. So I'm going to leave the coolest part for later, because that's where it is. So sometimes, obviously, when you're going your lower angles and you got the bigger cameras, so I'm shooting now with Nikon Z8. So what happens is it does get a little bit heavy, 24-70 on it. Some of you are obviously using prime lenses. It does start getting heavy. So then we've got this adapter here.
And I mean, especially if you're holding something this way around, it does become quite a lot of weight.
100%.
It's not a one-hand story anymore, whatsoever.
It's you're gonna feel it. Yeah, you're definitely gonna feel it. So we've obviously got this adapter that comes with. Now Zion again went through and thought about everything. We've got spare parts here. We've got an Allen key. We've got all the different spares that we need. So literally, I'm gonna quickly put this together. So depending on if you are lefty, righty, whichever side you want your accessories to go, you can obviously put this on.
I mean, even depending on what's your dominant hand, you have
100%.
a stronger left hand and you want to...
Yeah, depending on how you want to do it. So you'll see here, you can literally swivel this grip here.
Cool is that?
Then you just tighten it up and then it will be set and ready to go. So then...
And it's got the threading in the top, so if you want to do monitors or whatever else...
It's really sitting just over there. And then obviously you've got that. So if you want to hold it, sorry, I just bumped there. So if you hold it like this, obviously there you've got your...
That just makes
and you
so
just
much
adapt
more
it,
sense.
change it. Okay. And you can obviously adjust it as you'd like. The height, wherever it is. Okay.
That is brilliant.
Happy with that. This little piece, I would love to see if anyone knows this, but this little piece is really where the game changer comes in. And it's only people that have actually shot with gimbals will know and feel and appreciate what this is. So
Can I just touch on
do
this?
it.
Alroy went across to Dubai for the launch of this, and he came back with the news and everything, and we had a look at the product, and I told him this is, in my opinion, one of the coolest things I've seen on a gimbal in ages. And there's one other feature that we'll end off on this, which is the only thing that I think that competes with this silly little thing over here. Please show us how.
Okay, so this little piece, depending on which hand you obviously is your dominant hand that you're going to be gripping in with, is a wrist support. So you've got your wrist support system. Now, it might not sound like anything, but let me tell you, this has changed the way I shoot. Obviously, from a point of view, you can choose where you want it because of the thread. So if you need it higher or lower, but there, when you're holding that gimbal, I mean, you can...
I'm going to switch it around, then you guys can see over there on that view. But that little block...
Yeah, sorry, let's do that.
We can do it that way around. So we can get that. I can put it in there. So we've got that little block over there. And what that does, when you grip it over there, it hits you right on the wrist for that support. So you've got all the leverage and the weight and everything else coming down there. And instead of it all putting that force on your wrist, you've now got that support. It's so much more stable and stronger.
Let me tell you, I can shoot so much longer. My back, if they could give back support, that would be great. But let me tell you, on your wrist, you won't believe how much more comfortable it is when you're actually shooting with that. It is unbelievable.
That's
really, that little piece is properly a game changer for me as well. It was phenomenal. So look, functionality, and these accessories just take this crane to the next level.
But that, again, is the thing about it for me, is the practicality of it. It's easy to use. It's practical. It's like it's been designed by people who are actually working out in the field with it, instead of somebody that says, let's put this on because it's going to look nice.
Totally agree. Everything here is functional and there's a reason for it. It's not just for, this is going to look cool. This really, really is, it helps.
Yeah.
It's honestly, that really helps like you can never.
I always tell people in the shop, it's the little things that you change. Looking at hairdress, there's this conversation that we had about camping and how people spend weeks and hours and whatever on their camping setups just to save 20 seconds of use out in the field. Now, this all features around it that people have spent time on this to try and maximize the functionality of this. And that's what this little thing down here is. The ergonomics, everything else, it's practical. It's how people use it out in the field. It makes sense. This is brilliant.
Love it. Let me tell you. You know what the thing is that we look at it, and when we fatigue, those of you that are shooting every day, all day, you're going to know that at that end of the day, when you're trying to hold that last shot and you need it stable.
Trying to keep it stable.
Oh, and your arms are breaking, everything. And this comes in and you're going, wow, I'm pushing past those time limits, and you're pushing past, and it's more comfortable and you can get a better shot. So again, what I loved is
it's like an e-bike.
Yeah. It's cheating, but it works.
But it works. Now, going on to the final feature about this.
Yes.
I mean, this thing is fully packed with features and things and everything else. But the only thing that drew my attention away from this little piece of support was a feature that if you see the guys' faces in the store when somebody comes in and they say, I can't get my gimbal balanced. It's not. Please run us through this.
Oh. So again, absolutely, I agree with you. And sometimes on set, we have to set multiple gimbals, depending on who it is and what it is, and it takes forever, and you have to double check if it's balanced.
Always the balance.
And
now, for the guys at home who are interested in gimbals and they haven't had a look at balancing it out or balancing a gimbal out and why it has to be balanced out, it's not just a stick it on and there you go. You actually have to try and get all three axes.
Yeah, axes. Axes. Yeah, okay. Well.
Anyways, all three levers and motors have to be balanced out so that they have to put the minimum effort into keeping the camera level. Now, obviously, if that motor is working harder and harder and harder because your system isn't balanced out, it'll eventually protect itself and kick out. And then you get a limp-wristed gimbal. It goes.
Yeah.
So you don't want that. And
100%.
obviously, if it's not set up correctly, you can pick up vibrations, you can pick up a whole plethora of problems.
Absolutely. Your big battery dies quickly.
Yeah. Now you eventually get to the point where you start setting it up, you start going through the motions, and it takes a while. It takes getting used to. And then somebody goes and changes a lens on the camera. We want to go from a 24mm shot to a 70mm shot or an 85 or whatever. And all of a sudden, let's use a 24 to 70 because it's got a variable lens in the telephoto functionality of it. And that shifts the center of gravity or where the balance lies in it.
100%.
Run us through what Zhiyun have done here.
So Zhiyun, again, putting thought into everything that they do, have now got a balance indicator that lights up. So what happens is if it's not, you'll see that it's the key axis is over here and over here, that if it's not set up correctly, it will show red to tell you that it's not balanced. If it's balanced, you'll see this beautiful white glowing angelic light that suddenly turns on. So then you know that your gimbal is fully balanced and you're ready to rock and roll. But that for me blew my mind. I was like, sold,
it's
done.
Brilliant.
Pay anything.
I mean, it's one of the things that if you take the complexity of this thing, they're super easy to work with, everything except for that. 100%. You cannot put a gimbal into somebody's hands for the very first time and expect them to have it figured out like that.
Totally agree.
This changes it. It makes it so much easier.
Absolutely. And you'll see the nice thing with, again, is the stabilizing lights to show you if it is stable or not, is with this, another feature that's really, really nice is you can literally take off this base plate here and you flip it around into vertical. So you don't just have portrait mode that you push, obviously a shortcut in the camera that it works really well, and but it's not as balanced. You just literally take off this bottom plate with the camera on it and you flick it onto its side. And again, you do have to do a little bit of balancing. And again, it's about rushing.
But it's a lot easier.
So quick, so quick.
When it's a lot easier than fiddling with it mechanically. So they've basically given you a digital indicator that it's balanced.
100%.
It just speeds up the whole process.
And that's what we need. I mean, on set, you don't have that time to okay, just hold on, and the director shouting, and you're like, I'm going to get there. This just tells you so quickly that you're right or wrong, on the mark, not on the mark, and you move.
It's insane. Practical, functional products. Stephen, I want to thank you. I'm going to take this off so that I can just greet you properly and say thank you very much for coming through and giving us the whole description and run through on these products. Absolutely. I look forward to seeing you here again with the new gadgets and the new stuff.
So excited.
And then maybe we can put something together and try and demonstrate how much light these things actually deliver. Absolutely. It's phenomenal products. Guys, get out to Outdoor Photo. Thank you very much for tuning into this podcast and product review. Get out here to the guys. Come and speak to the go-to guys down on the floor and get your names down for these products. They are absolutely incredible. They're easy, practical, working products. Guys, thank you very much. Enjoy the day.